fingers crossed, we will get through today's live without any problems. If you are joining me, it would be lovely for you to let me know you're there. And we'll find out. Oh, it's saying connected to Facebook and connected to YouTube. We might be on a winner today. Who knows? Oh, technology and me, hey. So today is all about our showing you all the fab samples from our amazing design team. They work so hard for us, and we couldn't do these TV shows without them. Obviously, we have TV this Friday, which is the 23rd at 4 p.m, where we will be using all our brand new launch of Christmas stamps. Can you believe we're doing Christmas? It's a bit bonkers, isn't it? Still not got any comments coming up. So if you are commenting, oh, hi Tracy. I've got one from YouTube. So I know someone was watching me from YouTube. So I know that bit's working. We just need someone from Facebook to say hello, and then we're on a roll. So today, as I said, we're going to be showing you all the samples, but first off, we will just quickly run through all the new Christmas stamps. Woohoo! Hi Michael, hi Tina. That means we are on all platforms. Yay! Right. So to start with, obviously you've seen some of these already, or you've seen all of these already, but we'll just run through it for those that haven't. Oh yeah, it's Royal Ascot today. Oh, I forgot that was on. I might put that on while I finish my prep this afternoon for telly. All good here, thanks Michael. I hope you are too. Hi Lynn, hi Kathy. Oh blimey, all coming in now. Hi Mandy, hi Carol, hi Jules. Right, so Holly Ribbons, which has this little tiny set. Oh, I better bring it up here. Not this point, Michael, not new dies, but there will be coming soon. Watch this space. So we have a little set of stars. Then we have some holly berries. Then we have this fab big holly flourish, and then a couple of smaller flourish, or a couple of smaller holly bundles. Then we've got this lovely bow which needs to be spun around. Hi Patricia, hi Veronica. And then we've got the that was a bit quick, wasn't it? The lovely holly corner that you saw me use on last week's demo. Then we have, hi Carol, hi Jan, hi Patricia. Then we have our Christmas letter. And I think I've mentioned before, and one of the design teams has also, hi Tracy. Yes, we're still on Create and Craft, Michael. So I mentioned before about using it on the envelopes to decorate your envelope or your box or whatever you're sending it in as well. So hopefully, yeah, one of the design, I've got it here. One of the design team have done a lovely one sample to show you. So we've got this lovely big stamp here with your holly berries and your mistletoe and your quilling pen there as well. Then we've got Happy Christmas, from our house to yours. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Dear Santa, I really tried. Is down there. Let's bring it in here. Then we've got our little, we'll start here, our postage stamp, which says the 25th December in it. Then we've got a tiny little hat, a snowflake, a little holly berries there, and then just a small holly leaf on its own here. And those bits are designed to fit inside these two stamp pieces here. So I hope that makes a bit of sense to you. Hi Eileen, hi Kerry. Right, then we have Santa's Sleigh, which you all saw me using last week if you watched the video. And it says, "'Tis the season" on the top there, and Merry Christmas. And then last but not least, our Christmas greetings. So we'll spin that round as well. And it's time happy. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And have a, as well. So you can kind of piece that together. Have a happy Christmas. Have a merry Christmas. Have a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. So there's lots of different things. Oh, Janet, no internet. I think I'd be lost without my internet now. But you can always phone and order over the phone if you don't want to miss out, Janet. Just don't phone till I go on offline because I won't be able to take your call. Right, so, oh, and we also have, again, a couple of little holly sprigs here and a lovely little candy cane there on there as well, just as a little extra. So, shall we get into it and show you all these fab samples from our amazing little design team? I think we should. Let me get rid of the dusters. We've got lots of glitter floating around for some reason. So first off, this one is from Hazel. She's stamped in Memento black ink and coloured with Copic markers. And the sentiment is from the Santa's sleigh. So that just shows... Sentiment isn't from Santa's sleigh. The sentiment is not. It is from Christmas letter. So, sorry, I was wrong there. It's not from Santa's sleigh. And all she's done is add in a couple of little gems in the corner there as well to give it a little bit of sparkle. Really cute little stamp. She stamped that in black ink, no embossing, no nothing, just coloured in, and it's really pretty. Then we have another one. This one is from Helen, and again she's coloured with Copic markers, and she's used Stardust stickles and Christmas letter stamp even, and she's actually 3D'd the quill pen here as well, only just by one layer, but I think that looks really cute. Popped a little bit of glossy accents or clear lacquer is what she's used on here. And don't forget when you're colouring that you can pop it round with a lighter grey or a pale blue, and it kind of grounds your image a little bit. And then the sentiment on here is also from Christmas letter. So we've got the sentiment in the middle. She's used the little snowflake inside that stamp. Hi, Carol. Then we have another one. This one is from another one from Hazel. Again, coloured in black, or stamped in Memento black and coloured with Copics. And she's used the dot dot stamp on here as well, for all the way around the edge. So that lovely little flower, but actually it could be a snowflake on here. But that really makes that pop. And then these little red dots in here, which kind of add to it for the berries. Popped the stamp on there and popped the stamp postage mark on there as well. And then the Merry Christmas. So this is what I was saying about using it on an envelope. So Hazel's done this one. She used Versamark and white embossing powder. And then she's popped on some extra little dots with a Versamark pen and some embossing powder as well. So that's actually the envelope. So don't forget, you could, rather than popping that on there, you could just pop your address in there for whoever you're sending it to, which will make it a whole lot, well, it just adds to it all, doesn't it? So we have another one here. This one is from Carol, and she has used Christmas letter and holly ribbons, copper embossing powder, glittered gel pens, and a background from sprays. So you don't have to use all the traditional Christmas colours. It's been coloured with, but it looks to me like mica powders, but it's gel pens. But you would get exactly that same kind of finish with a mica powder, bit of a pearl finish to it. It's only 186 days to Christmas. We don't have much time to bake our Christmas cards. That's why we do cards that are quick and easy to make, Michael. We don't make these difficult this time of year. Can you believe we're halfway through the year? It's the longest day of the year today, isn't it? I know I was out in the garden with Maisie at 10:30 last night, and the sun wasn't still up, but it was still very light outside. So it's definitely a long one. So this card is from another one from Carol, and it's using the Christmas letters. She's used the Star Stencil, Distress Oxides, and Versacolor Sky Grey, and some glitter gel pens. So she's used the Stars mask and stencil that we have. She's layered this one up, just cut out sections of that Christmas letter envelope stamp, and added in some of the other little embellishments on there as well. This one you all saw me do on my demo. So this was using gold embossing powder. I popped a few little gems in there, pearl gems in there for the mistletoe berries. I couldn't think what that was there. You're late, Catherine, but we'll let you. Everyone has busy lives, you know. And I've coloured that in with clean colour pens. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, ladies and gents. It's been a long day already. I still haven't had my breakfast. You finished all your Christmas cards, Eileen? Oh my goodness. Well, you have to get these for next year. So this is another one from Carol. She has used Christmas letter and holly ribbons coloured with polychrome pencils, Versaclair inks in summertime, pine cone and green ocean. Coloured with Zig clean colour brush pens, a white gel pen and glitter pen. So that's quite cool. It looks like a spray background on there as well. And remember, to give it a bit more dimension, she's gone around the edge with a blue pencil. This one is another one from Carol. They're obviously all, I must have still got them all in the order after we photographed them. So she has used Christmas letters, tartan stencil, distress oxide inks in Dusty Concord and Kitsch Flamingo, coloured with Copic pens, glitter pens and a white gel pen. Versifying Claire in Purple Delight and Pine Cone. So that's quite different for a Christmas card. Oh, check you out, calling in from Portugal, Linda. Hope you've got lovely weather there. We've had some really nice weather. We had rain yesterday. I don't know about where all you are, but we had quite a bit of rain yesterday morning. So as I said, this one is using our tartan stencil as the background. She's popped a little bit of dimension on there using that little snowflake that's on there that's designed to go in the centre of your stamps. And if you look here, Carol has popped that tiny little holly in the stamp and put it as 90p. It'd be nice to be able to send that at 90p, wouldn't it? And then this is from the other Carol in our design team. Now this other Carol's gone bonkers, but it's lovely. So since you've been Honeydew Crafts, what has been your best seller and best collection? Our biggest seller to date, I think, still stands at probably our carnation and our bottle of vine stamp, and our first ever collection that I launched scared the life out of me. Didn't have a lot of pennies to my name at the time, and still don't, but who does? And we took them to our first show with our own stamps, which was the Ross Papercraft show in Edinburgh, and we did sell out before 10:30, and the show opened at 10. So that whole collection is probably still my biggest relief, I suppose. It wasn't necessarily my biggest selling collection. I think our background as a collection has been the biggest. But yeah, I'll have to have a look at that and see. Maybe I'll have a better answer for you next time, Michael. Hi Julie, hi Teresa. So back to this lovely card. So Carol, like me, likes to do these sort of zigzaggy cards. So she's used on the front here our Christmas letter, and then she's made her background also using the Christmas letter stamps. Just all the random bits like the date stamp and the actual stamps, and then all the little adornments that I've done to go with that. And then on here she has also used the holly ribbons, the corner that's on there, to do the inside, because as you know I love to carry the theme all the way through. She has coloured that with Distress Oxides in Rustic Wilderness, Candied Apple, Prize Ribbon, Mermaid Lagoon and Twisted Citron. And she's also used sprays in Blueprint Sketch and Antique Linen. Last but not least, for Christmas letters is another one from the other Carol. She's used holly ribbons and Distress Oxides in Antique Linen and Distress watercolour pencils. So again, used the background, the smaller stamps on this for the background, and then made it really pop by layering it up with a couple of foam pads underneath there. So that really makes that stand out, gives it that little bit of dimension. So that is our Helen. That's perfect timing. Hello. We are just going to go on to one of Helen's cards, actually, and this is fabulous. So Helen has used gold embossing powder, stamped the holly ribbons and Christmas letter, and coloured with Copic markers and clear lacquer. And she's made it into baubles. How cool does that look? So she's used the tiny little gold, tiny little stars and embossed them in gold. She's actually positioned the sentiments so that they're circled. So they've got a slight curve to them. She's popped some crystal lacquer on the berries and in the centre of these bows to give it a little bit of dimension. She's actually cut that out and stuck it on top, which really, I hadn't worked that out till just now, but really does make it stand out, which is really cool. And a few little gold sequins on there. Helen, it's beautiful, thank you. So think outside the box. You don't have to do exactly what you see there. Fabulous way of making some little baubles with those basic stamps. One extreme to this. This is from Hazel, and she has used Memento ink in black and Copic markers. And the sentiment is from the Christmas letter stamp set. So she's used the holly ribbons bow on here. And she's used just that holly stamp to make just a background. How clean and simple. Well, it's not clean and simple, but you know what I mean. There's not a lot of fuss to this card, but it's really, really, really effective. And then another one from Helen. Holly ribbon, Christmas letter coloured with Copic and clear lacquer on there as well. So a DL card, this holly flourish is perfect for that. You might see something very similar on our TV show. It's not going to be the same because I can't colour like Helen can colour, but this is beautiful. Really, really simple card. Again, because of the size of it, it would just go as a standard letter through the post, so this would be ideal for sending your Christmas cards out. Same as the previous one. I mean, these are all three of these. I'm going to put them on here so you can see all three together. Are all using that holly ribbon stamp set, and they just are all so different, but it's just one stamp set that's made those. And again, this one would go through just as a standard letter because it's a 6x6. And then we are going to go to, let's have a bit of a shuffle around here. So this one is from Carol. She's used holly ribbons, music notes, which is one of our older stamps, that's our background stamps, and Christmas letter. So I don't know if you can make it out in the background there, but she has actually stamped the music notes in the background. Then she's used the corner holly on there, and then that lovely big flourish. Again, she's also cut the holly leaves out to give it some dimension. Michael, we may not be bringing Christmas stamps, but there might be some Christmas stencils and there might be some Christmas dies. I'm not promising, we're waiting for them to come in and then we'll make that decision. But there will probably be a couple of Christmassy type stencils to float around. Another one from Hazel. She has used Memento ink in black, coloured with Copic markers. Sentiment is from Christmas letters, and a white gel pen. Again, I think that's a 5x7. Let me grab my trimmer and I can tell you. It's not a 5x7. Where did that come from? It's a 5x5. Really cute little card. Just a circle die cut there with some stitching around, sentiment in the middle, and she's used that to make her own little background. Perfect. Then we have another lovely one from Helen. She has done a watercolour wash background on watercolour cards, stamped the holly ribbon and the used Christmas greetings, gold and golden glamour embossing powder, and berries coloured with the Copic markers. So again, this is something completely different. Now this is why I love a design team, because look, exactly the same stamp and two completely different styles. So that big stamp and completely different, and this is why we have design teams. So Helen has just sort of portioned that in the middle there, embossed the sentiments without the glitter and the flourish with the glitter. It's not really showing it to its best on there because you can't pick up that sparkle, but it's really sparkly. The Holly Ribbons, Catherine, is one of those ones that you wouldn't. A few of my friends have looked at it and said, I don't know how I would use it. It's probably one of the most useful Christmas stamps I've had because there's so much you can do with it. It's not just the image is what it is. Talking of which, another one from Helen. She has also, she's done a dye ink background, Christmas letter, holly ribbons, pale blue and silver glitter and coloured with Copic markers. So she's used some silver glitter on the bow down here. And what colour was that? Pale blue glitter in the centres for her berries. This linen effect, I love this effect. These stamps are available to buy on our website now. They are still on for pre-order, but we are due to have them tomorrow or Friday at the latest. They should have been with us tomorrow, but there may be a slight delay, we've been warned. So hopefully Friday at the very, very latest, because we're on TV on Friday, so we'll have them by then. And Helen's actually scored through here as well. I don't know if you can see, probably not, but she's got some score lines on here as well. So brings that kind of woody grain linen effect all the way through, which I think is really lovely. And I love blue for Christmas cards. And it's a colour that I don't often use on Christmas cards, but when I see them on Christmas cards, I think, yep, that really works. So again, this is another one with the holly ribbons and used with Memento ink, coloured with Copic markers, and the sentiment is from Christmas letters. And again, this is from Hazel. So again, and this is actually tenfold. So she's done it that way around. So it stand up on itself, which is quite cool. And again, just coloured, there's no dimension to that, so that would go through as a large letter. And again, another one from Carol, holly ribbons and Christmas letter, Zig Clean colour brush pens, gel and glitter pens through colour in. So where the black flourish is, or whatever colour you stamp it out, and she stamped it in green, she's gone over with a glitter pen, and it's not really showing it on the camera, but hopefully it will make sense. Coloured all of that in and then used the words from the Christmas letter to add a little bit more to it. Another one, Carol did this style as well with the Christmas letter, and she used Zig Clean colour pens for this one, stamped in Pinecone VersaFine Clair, and used some stickles as well. So we've got Christmas greetings in the middle, a lovely big bow. Again, you don't have to do it in reds and greens and what have you. This is just really, really effective. Just popped in tiny sections of that, one of the holly bunches. Can't think of the word I want. Sprig is the word I wanted. And then she's die cut the circles out here with that sentiment. That lovely big Happy Christmas. For those of you that aren't sure, it's the same majority of it is the same font that we used for our sentiment stamp set that we launched back in April, that you all loved, that we're still struggling to keep in stock. Another one from Carol, she's used holly ribbons, Christmas letter, star stencil, distress oxides, improvised ribbon, broken china and uncharted mariner, and glitter gel pens and some gems. So again, something completely different, and that's been made to look like a Christmas present, which I would never have thought to do, but that's exactly why we have a design team. I think we've got a run of Carol coming in here now, or the two Carols coming in here now. So again, these two are both using holly ribbon, and this one is using the sentiment from Santa's Sleigh, and this one is using the sentiment from holly ribbons. And for those of you that don't like fussy cutting, then you can do as Carol's done here and just cut it randomly. Or if you didn't want to have that white, you could do it onto acetate, heat resistant acetate. So you could still heat emboss it. You would struggle a little bit to colour it in, but you could always colour it in and just cut out those pieces, which would be really easy as a fussy cut. They have dye, haven't they? Our design team always never let me down. They are just fab. Another one from Carol. She's used Holly Ribbon, Christmas Letter, gold embossing powder, clean colour pens, backgrounds, an old one from her stock, made with sprays. Another, well, this is kind of a purpley blue. Again, really, really effective. Lots of like mica sprays and things on there as well, which again, something completely different. And this is why we have a design team. Because if they were all my style, it wouldn't be anywhere near as interesting, would it? Then another one from the other Carol. There's only a few in our design team, and we have 2 of them are Carols. So we've got Holly Ribbon, Christmas Greetings, Distress, Stain, Sprays, Stain, Mowed Lawn, and watercolour pencils and a bit of glossy accents. So she's used the glossy accents on the berries to make them shiny. And then some dimension, but again, really, really effective. And it's Christmas time in the middle there. And Carol, bless her, has also, you know how I am about carrying it through, popped a little insert in there as well with the holly on there. Hello Lorraine, hot and sunny Spain, lucky you. We are better weather now, I'm not going to complain. We have had some lovely weather. Another one from Carol, and she's actually used some silicone glue on here to give the holly some dimension. So rather than having to do lots and lots of layers of fussy cutting, she's just done a couple of different layers, or one layer, and given that a bit of dimension on there, which again is really effective. So this section here and this section here is the actual stamp that's connected. So you've got your ribbons and your holly in one all together, and then these pieces here are, she's taken that holly from the ribbon section and just cut it out, so she stamped those out, and these 2 pieces with the bows are actually individual pieces that we have on that stamp set. And again, Carol has carried that all the way through and popped inside as well on an insert, which I think again really just finishes off and ties everything together, not tidies everything together. So the Christmas greetings obviously get used on everything, so we don't have huge amounts of just Christmas greetings to show you. But this one is really effective. Navy blue cardstock with gold embossing powder. She's used the holly ribbons in the corner here and just the Christmas greetings on there. And that's Hazel. Hazel has done another one here using Christmas greetings and White Christmas, which was last year's Christmas release. Silver embossing powder, which I think, so these are the little snowflakes off Snowflake. Oh no, off White Christmas. I couldn't remember what I'd called it then. And she's just done the background using Distress Oxides in Broken China, Mermaid Lagoon and Pride Ribbon. So a couple more to show you. This one is from Carol, and she has used Holly Ribbons, Christmas Greetings, Christmas Letter, used Distress Oxides in Speckled Egg, Broken China, Cracked Pistachio and Stormy Sky, VersaFine Clay in Paradise and Warm Breeze, and some gems. So she's used some tiny, tiny little gems inside these holly sprigs. And then Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And then she's just popped that lovely big holly flourish on there from Holly Ribbons. And this is last but not least from Carol, Christmas Greetings and Holly Ribbon, VersaFine Clay in Bluebell, Glamorous, Ocean Green and Zig Clean colour pens. That's really quite a funky card to give maybe to a teenager or something like that, which would be really nice. Maybe make it into a money wallet, a really good idea for a money wallet, because we never know what to buy us teenagers for Christmas, do we? They only want what they want. So again, really, really cute card. So last but not least, we're going to move on to our Santa sleigh. I'm not sure if Helen is still joining us, but hers happens to land on the top of the pile again. So this one is using gold and golden glamour embossing powder, Stardust Stickles. The stamps she's used are Santa sleigh, Christmas Greetings and Holly Ribbons. She's used some clear lacquer and coloured with Copic pens. I love this card. Again, she's manipulated the stamp to make that sentiment. And obviously Christmas is as is. She's used a couple of the holly berries, holly sprigs from the Holly Ribbons stamp set in the corner here, and just coloured the pen, coloured the sleigh in with Copic marker pens, and she's added some of the crystal lacquer where the sleigh would have been gold and sparkly and shiny. So that's a really effective little card, or 8x8 card. Let's just have a little bit of a shuffle around here, because I think we're going to have them all in order, and I like to mix them up a little bit. So another one here from Carol, and she's got Santa Sleigh Holly Ribbon on the insert, and she's used Distress Beige Antique Linen and watercolour pencils in various colours. So again, really, really effective. Slightly richer tones in the background here rather than the bright ones to pop. And then she has used the Christmas letter stamp inside there on inserts. Don't forget to use the inside of your cards, because it's important. It makes the cards look professional and finished. Another one from Helen. This is something very different compared to the previous card. She used blending dye ink, so the background stamps in Santa's sleigh and Christmas letter, silver embossing powder coloured with Copic markers, a little bit of silver glitter, and some chunky white embossing powder for the snow. How cool is that? So this would be our circles, mask and stencil set to make that circle, and just really, really pretty. I love the sleigh in the blue. I think it's really, really, really nice. And then 'Tis the Season, and Merry Christmas has just been embossed with a silver embossing powder. Bear with me a second, I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat and it's driving me insane. Hopefully that's it gone now. So this one was done by Hazel, and she has used Versamark ink in silver embossing powder. Sentiment is from Santa's Sleigh. Yeah, so how simple is that card? Doesn't take lots of work. Really, really pretty. Love it. A little bit of silver mirror card behind, and you're done. So if you've got a quick card that you need to make, this would be a perfect answer to that. Another little one from Hazel. She's stamped with Memento Black and coloured with Copic markers. Again, really, really simple. That brush technique in the background to give that sort of golden shine to it. She hasn't said what she's coloured. No, she hasn't said what she's used to colour the sleigh in, because it's proper gold. So we'll have to investigate that, but again, really lovely little card. This one is from Carol, and she's used Christmas letter, and she's used Let It Snow, which was from our first ever Christmas release. Versacolour in Sky Grey, Versaclair in Morning Mist, Bluebell and Pinecone, coloured Copic pens, glitter gel pens, and a little bit of glitter. So she's made that into a postcard, which I think looks really effective, and then she's used that Let It Snow in the background to make her own background. My pile of sample cards on the side here is getting bigger and bigger, and I'm just convinced it's all going to come tumbling down. So this is from the other Carol. She's used Santa Sleigh Holly Ribbon, which is for the stars. She's used the Gifts, which we launched, I think, the year before last. Yeah, for Christmas. But the Gifts isn't just for Christmas, because there's nothing sort of Christmassy in the image. It's just how you decorate it. And Distress watercolour pencils. So again, another one of those zigzag cards that we love. And this is the Gifts stamp set. So she's used the fabulous Santa Sleigh on here, and the stars on here from Christmas letter. Just made that pop. So another one from the other Carol. She's used Santa Sleigh Ho 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 stamp, which again we released about 2 or 3 years ago. Different types of inks, and our circles, stencils and mask Versifying Claire, Morning Mist, and a gel pen. So again, this one's a completely different style to what, let's say, let's have a look here. So in comparison to, say, this one, two completely different styles, but both work really well. And as I say, she's made the Carol has made the background using our circles, stencils, and masks, which are back in stock at the moment. Another one from Carol. She's used Santa's sleigh, Christmas letter, and Santa's hat. We're getting to the end of our pile here, ladies and gents. So she's used Santa's hat in the background, stamped in a light grey just to pull everything together. She's popped a tiny little Santa's hat on the top of the Christmas tree, and she's coloured these in with prism pencils. 2 more to go. Santa's sleigh, circles and stars, stencils and masks. Random different types of inks, watercolours and gel pens to work. So again, she's just added a little by dimension onto the sleigh by stamping them out and cutting them out twice. She used the circles and stars in the background from the circles and stars, stencils and masks stamp set, and then that lovely big Merry Christmas in there as well. And then last but not least is the one that I made on our last video last week. So we have Santa's sleigh here. We have the ribbon from Holly Ribbon on there, from the Holly Ribbons stamp set on there, and then the lovely Holly corner as well. We have popped the sleigh and this ribbon on a little bit of dimensional foam, so foam pads, just to lift that up a little bit, which I think really works. And then we just carried that through just with a gold stamped sentiment in there and a gold stamped holly sprig in there from the Holly Ribbons stamp set. I want to keep calling it Holly Berries. Maybe that's what I should have called it. It's the hardest thing in the world, naming the stamps. It's harder than designing them, I think. So that is all the fabulous samples from our amazing design team. As I said, we're only a tiny little team, so it's really nice that they all have such different styles. So we'll just pop that quickly onto the stamps so that you can see them all again. So we have Christmas greetings with "It's time happy, have yourself a merry little Christmas and have a," and then Santa's sleigh, "'Tis the season and Merry Christmas." I agree, so many different styles. And then we have the Christmas letter with this lovely big stamp in the middle, and then "Happy Christmas from our house to yours. Dear Santa, I tried. Merry Christmas. Wish you a Merry Christmas." The postage stamp has got December, the 25th of December written in it. Then you've got these two little hollies and one snowflake that all fit inside those stamps as well. And last but not least, Holly Ribbons. So you've got those fabulous stars up here. Then we have the holly berries. We got a fabulous holly flourish, 3 holly sprigs, our hollies and ribbon corner, and then this lovely ribbon stamp set here as well, which I had to put upside down in the stamp set, but hopefully that makes sense. So you get me again now. You get to look at me, aren't you lucky? So that's everything. Don't forget to join us on Create and Craft TV on the 23rd of June at 4 p.m. It's going to be a busy show. I've just about finished all my prep, so hopefully lots of you can join me for a little bit of a giggle and some time showing you what you can do with these lovely fab new stamps from Honeydew Crafts. After that, I've actually got a weekend at home. I'm not saying a weekend off because I've got so much work to catch up on, but we're not at any shows this coming weekend. And then the weekend after that, we are in Newbury with Stamporama at the Newbury Racecourse. Fabulous show, really lovely, big, open, airy place, venue. So it's a really nice place to go. And if the sun's shining, it's right on the racecourse. So beautiful sun, lots of space to sit down and enjoy it after you've been in to visit us in there. After that, we have got the Motorcycle Museum Excalibur Paper Craft Show. I'm trying to do this from memory because I forgot to write it all down. And then after that, we are at crafting live at the Doncaster Racecourse. So a busy few weeks coming up for us. I hope you've all enjoyed the inspiration from our amazing little design team, and hope lots of you can join me on Friday at 4 p.m. Create and Craft TV. I'm not sure who my presenter is at the moment. They haven't confirmed it completely yet, so I'm not telling you, just in case it doesn't happen. But we will see you all on the other side of TV. Hope to see you, Kathy, at Newbury. Have a great season. Thank you, Di. And we'll see you at the Motorcycle Museum. Take care,